Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Through installment Scott selections here for Friday, October 25th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice winner in the NFL with Matt Stafford in reception at plus 106 on FanDuel. Overall, Stafford was great. However, when you attempt a lot of passes in each game, you might get one that kind of goes awry. That's what happened. He had one really bad throw, which was picked off. It's a nice win there. Still shocked those plus money. We'll take it. Look for the winner here on Friday. For the extra play, the reminder, once again, the more plays on our website. So check out our website when you do. Use the promo code WEH4US25 to get a 25% discount. Good results in description. Plus, a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so get notified every time an episode. And for the extra play, going to the basketball card, going to look at a matchup between the Hornets and the Hawks, taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. For this time, I'm going to go with a player prop. I'm going to go with Trae Young under 3.5 made three-pointers at minus 121 on Caesars. Time recording of 2 a.m. Eastern Time. Covers why I'm going to go with the under 3.5 threes for Trae Young. First reason, dating back to last season, Trae has really been in a three-point slump as he has made less than 4 3-pointers in 9 straight games. And it's not a surprise because Trae Young does have the reputation of being a good shooter from the outside because he always attempts those Curry range threes, and some of them go in. But if you actually dive into his numbers, he really is not as good of a three-point shooter as you might think. Trae made less than 4 3-pointers in 37 of its 55 games played last season, which is equivalent to 65% towards the under. And at home, he was even worse. He made less than 4 3-pointers in 23 of his 30 home games last season, 77% to the under. We saw him in the first game against the Nets have 2. So once again, Trae has been a bit overvalued from 3, and this line just feels insane to me. I feel like expecting Trae to make 3 threes makes sense. 4's pushing it because he's going to have to shoot a high percentage. He's going to have to get a lot of volume. He only took 6 threes against the Nets in the opener, so I am wondering if Trae's volume might be a little bit less than people expect from 3. You're looking at his numbers against the Hornets in his career. Overall, really bad. Trae has made less than 3 3-pointers in 8 straight games against the Hornets. Once again, that's less than 3. We need a less than 4. So the head-to-head has definitely worked out in the favor of the under, even though the Hornets have been a terrible defensive team for the last couple of years. This year, though, they might actually be decent. The Hornets did hold the Rockets to 13 of 43 from 3 in the first game, 30.2% from 3, and you saw the impact the new coach had in Charles Lee. Talked about the importance of defense before the season actually started. He said, quote, if we can counter our defense every night, then it gives us a great chance to win games. You need to be good on both sides of the ball, but the effort that it takes to play defense doesn't have anything to do with the ball going in the basket. It takes the willingness, just the mentality of being a bit more physical and a bit nastier. So overall, I like what I hear. I think that Lee's done a good job so far in preseason and in the opener of kind of instilling a defensive identity with this team, which Clifford never could do, and Borregos really could never do. But it seems like Lee has really been prioritizing defense. There were some reports going around that he actually had LaMelo doing individual defensive drills. I know it sounds crazy. A point is, though, it seems like the team's kind of bought in defensively. It's how they were able to beat the Rockets in the first game. Fell behind early. Defense was great down the stretch, and they came back and they won the game. But it seems like Charlotte defensively might be a bit underrated. They've been so bad the last couple of years that I feel like people are expecting them to be one of the worst defenses in the league this season. It's not going to happen. I think Lee's actually done a pretty good job instilling a culture and just a defensive identity, and I'd say a defensive pride with this team. And you're looking at Trae being a really bad three-point shooter against this team in years past, and those defenses were horrible that Charlotte had. Less than 3 3-pointers in 8 straight against the Hornets, and his line's 3.5. That line feels way too high to me. I think Trae might attempt maybe 8, so you might have to sweat it out a little bit. But if he attempts 8, I'll dare Trae to make 50% from 3. But Trae, for the last couple of years, has been kind of overrated from 3, and I feel like this price and this number is way too high. Once again, 9 straight games dating back to last season with less than 4 made threes. I'll back that trend. Give me the underrated defense to put the clamps down, at least from 3 on Trae in this game. So, well, then once again, here for Friday, October 25th, is going to be on Trae Young under 3.5 made threes at minus 121 on Caesars. Bye, everyone.